As it stands right now, there are a lot of new players logging into Red Dead Online for the first time with Christmas just passing us by. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas again, and with all the new players comes the need for them to get situated into the online and learn how to progress through the ranks to unlock cool new items, and of course start to accumulate gold and XP so they can start enjoying all the new content that gets added to the game, as well as use the already existing content to help them out with their own outlaw adventures. And with all of that said, I want to make sure I can convey some things new players should absolutely do to rank up their Red Dead Online characters fast and easy, and the best ways to maximize your play time. So even if you only have a limited amount of time per week or per day to play, hopefully you can still make tons of progress for the amount of time you are actually putting into the game. And of course, I hope you just have more time in general right now if you are still on break from school or taking time off of work. Hopefully this can give you some insight in how to best expedite the process in your leveling and ranking up fast. So before we jump in, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to click on this video. Welcome back to the channel, and consider dropping a like if you guys do go on to enjoy today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, and make sure to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at HazardousHDTV to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest Red Dead Redemption 2 news and information. I also want to mention I am live every single day on twitch.tv, so if you are in the market for daily Red Dead Online live streams, you can be sure to always have a channel that's excited to have a conversation and play Red Dead Online with you. And of course, as we go along here, while I give my best tips to you guys, if there is anything you have to add while you're watching, please make sure to add a comment down below with your own tips, because I'm sure any extra information found not only within this video itself but also in the comments will be beneficial to any new player who feels a little overwhelmed trying to jump into Red Dead Online for the first time, or just in general as a new player. And with all the new content that's been added here, with all of these new roles, I'm sure it can be a little bit overwhelming. And we're going to talk about these roles in a little bit, but I'm going to talk about just the basics, because if you are a new player, you most likely have limited access to all of this content here until you rank up, get some extra gold, because all the roles here, the Bounty Hunter, Moonshiner, Trader, and Collector, do cost gold in Red Dead Online. If you are a Twitch Prime member, or if you just have Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime is included, you should unlock the Collector role for free, and I have more videos about information on that, how to link your accounts and things like that, claiming those Twitch Prime rewards. But let's just talk about some of the basics here, like PvP and stranger missions, dynamic events, etc. in Red Dead Online free roam. The general rule of thumb here is that the more time you take, the more XP, money, and gold you make. So my favorite stranger missions are the missions for people like Bonnie, Angus, Sean, and Hamish, because they all give missions that can take longer to complete and give you longer timers, thus giving you more XP, money, and gold if you wait the timers out. But all the stranger missions are worth it in the long run. Quickly, I just want to mention, join my Discord. The link is down below. You can find a spreadsheet of the best times to complete a stranger mission or a bounty, so you can get either the maximum amount of XP for that specific mission, or just the best time to complete the mission in general to earn the most amount of XP per minute of your time while you're still grinding missions over the course of the day. Check out the RDR2 help text channel on the Discord server to find the spreadsheet link. You can feel free to save it for yourself. The reason I am mentioning this is because there's two ways you can go about both strangers and bounties here in Red Dead Online. You can either wait out the timer that you get on your screen to the last 3 minutes. On some missions it's 30 seconds, on some missions it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and some missions it's 3 minutes. It all depends. Look at the spreadsheet, but depending on the timer you have, you want to wait out the time as long as possible within reason to get the most amount of XP, money, and gold. We're specifically talking about XP here though, and so what you can do is you can either wait out the timer to get the most amount of XP for that mission, or you can cycle missions as quick as possible by waiting out the timer, maybe about 50, 60, 70% through, and still getting the most amount of XP per time, or per minute of your time, essentially. Because say if a mission will take you 10 minutes and you get 1,000 XP for waiting out the 10 minutes, perhaps only waiting out the timer for 5 minutes will still give you 700 XP, because you're not getting paid at a linear level throughout the mission. It's a little bit exponential. Not a whole lot, but it is slightly, so definitely refer to that spreadsheet to find the best times to complete the mission, or see how long you should wait on that specific mission you're doing. We have it broken down by the stranger mission type, the exact mission, and the time of those missions, because sometimes the same caravan escort mission for one stranger may be a different time for another one, and that's why we need the spreadsheet here. So definitely check that out. Let's talk about PvP and races here. Player versus player game modes are okay for ranking up, but they're really only worth grinding in my opinion if you really enjoy Red Dead PvP, or you are really good at it, because lots of the PvP at this point point is just a few exploitative metas with ability cards and tonics, and there's really not much depth to it at all. And I also kind of stopped playing for that reason as well. I don't really grind PvP anymore. I grind the free roam because I find it way more lucrative, especially if you know what you're doing and you try and systematize it like we are talking about here in this video. So PvP in general, it's okay. Again, it's worth it just like the strangers, but I would say the roles are better for ranking up in general. And races, you just want to stick away from. You may make a decent amount of money if you grind those races all day, but like I said, the longer you take, the more you make with this game, and that's just Rockstar in general with GTA 5 and this game. So you want to keep that in mind. Races, of course, you're trying to compete against other players, finish a race as fast as possible so you can come in first place. Everyone's trying to do that, and so the races end really fast because, again, everyone is racing, everyone is competing, and so you're not in the missions for a long time, thus you're not getting a lot of XP for being there. If you have the whole lobby cooperating and they just sit at the starting line for 10 minutes, yeah, you can make a decent amount of XP for races, but that's not exactly realistic. So let's talk about some of the roles here now in Red Dead Online. We have the Bounty Hunter, Moonshiner, Trader, and Collector. We're going to talk about the Bounty Hunter first since it's most similar to the Stranger missions. The Bounty Hunter breaks down with different tier bounties, tier 1, 2, and 3 bounties, and then of course legendaries. Talking about the normal bounties, which are tier 1, 2, and 3, they're denoted by the money symbols on the bounty board with the bounty posters. The normal bounties do it the same way as Stranger missions. Drag out the countdown timer for 12 minutes to maximize XP for the mission. The bounty timer starts the second you gain control of your character during the mission. Sometimes you will actually see the physical timer pop up on screen, but to get the most amount of XP as quickly as possible and start cycling out bounty hunter missions as fast as possible is taking 12 minutes. Quickly start a bounty, set a timer on your phone for 12 minutes. When that is up, then complete the bounty and you'll make a lot of XP rather than waiting out the timer either past the 3-minute mark to the 30-second mark, 10-second mark. You do not get paid for bounties past the 3-minute mark, so there really is no sense in waiting past that point anyway, both for gold, money, and XP. Now, the legendary bounties. We also have the bounty hunter missions on the spreadsheet as well. It's really good for strangers, and the bounties that shows you the times to take, the gold you make, the money you make, and the amount of XP you're getting here. Now, for the legendary bounties, same thing. But for strangers, the normal bounties and legendaries, when you're setting these timers and you're just waiting around, you don't necessarily need to wait around. You can go hunting and find animals, of course, on console because I know they're still having problems. But you can actually go hunting and get some extra XP for killing animals, skinning animals, etc. So for the legendary bounties, set a timer on your phone for 1/2 hour when the legendary bounty begins because you don't have a timer during these missions. But you don't get paid past a 1/2 hour anyway, so there's no point in waiting longer. So set that timer on your phone for a 1/2 hour. Hunt the bounty, and once you basically capture that bounty, go out, hunt and skin animals until the timer goes off, and then hand in that bounty to complete the mission for the maximum rewards. It's recommended that you hand them in alive if you can. You do get a money penalty if you hand the target in dead, but it's not necessarily a huge one. But if you are looking to make some money too, you want to make sure you're taking in these targets alive. But legendary bounties and bounty hunting in general is really good for gold and money. I will have a video out on that later as well, so let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see that. But now let's talk about the moonshiner role. You can sell weak, average, and strong moonshine. Strong, of course, is going to give you the most amount of money. Weak moonshine takes less time to produce, but you still get the same amount of XP. So if you're looking to rank up here and you don't care necessarily about sacrificing a little bit of money on the moonshine sales, just grind the weak moonshine because it gives the same XP per sale as a strong moonshine. It takes less time, and overall grinding those weak moonshine sales will level up your moonshiner roll the fastest. Like I said, just keep in mind you will be potentially sacrificing lots of opportunities to earn money in the process. Also, I highly recommend you complete some bootlegging missions during your sale or while your moonshine is producing to get extra XP, one for the moonshiner roll and just extra XP in general. I find the XP that you get for your normal level from those bootlegger missions to the point of those is to basically discount the mash that you need to pay to start producing the moonshine, but you also get XP during it, and the XP is pretty generous, may I say so myself. So those are some moonshiner tips. Grind weak moonshine, do those sales to get a lot of XP for both the moonshiner roll and your normal rank, and do those bootlegging missions to get extra XP during that time. Now with Trader, it breaks down into two big things to make XP and rank up fast. Resupply missions while you're producing goods to sell as a trader, and also the delivery missions themselves. To level up your trader fast, you can either do minimal goods small deliveries and then move on to large 100 good sales locally, or risk it with your posse or a group of friends to do a long distance sell. You can also do medium sells, and that's kind of a nice middle ground in between the small good sales and also the large delivery wagon sales. Again, trader wagon deliveries work the same way as the moonshiner. To level up your trader fast, do those small good deliveries deliveries because you're going to get the same amount of XP just in a quicker amount of time as if you were doing the large deliveries. And then for the resupply missions, make sure you're doing these missions yourselves. Not only do you level up your trader fast, but you get 600 plus XP for your normal level as well. Do not buy the supplies. If you buy the supplies, you're just basically wasting $20, and it still takes time for those supplies to arrive at your camp anyway, so you might as well spend that time that you would otherwise be waiting around to just do the resupply mission yourself, get those supplies for free, and also get some extra XP out of it, and use that time, put it towards ranking up fast. So the Trader, Moonshiner, and Bounty Hunter, those are my XP tips. Now the last role I want to talk about is the Collector role. As the Collector, you go out and just collect items in the world, ranging from alcohol bottles to various like jewelry, bracelets, necklaces, earrings, rings, coins, wildflowers, all of this type of stuff. And what a lot of players were using was what I would like to call the Collector God map. And I would use this map and collect the coins and lost jewelry, like the necklaces, bracelets, rings, and earrings. And it would take me less than 2 hours while I was live streaming. If I wanted to just rush for it as fast as possible off stream, I could do it in less than an hour and a half. And what this God map showed is the location for every single collectible for that specific day. The collector items reset every single day at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but they were only on a 3-day cycle, so every single item only had 3 possible locations to spawn in. You know, say for example, the 1800 penny coin would only spawn in a certain location on Monday and Wednesday versus Tuesday and Saturday, etc. I forget if those were the exact days, but you get the point. This link is down in the description below to check out this God map. Rockstar, with the new Moonshiners update, they have tried to make it harder to collect items, but the collections are still trackable. It just takes a little bit of time. When the collector items reset, you could go to that map and find the locations. Right now, the arrowheads and wildflowers are still not totally accurate, and you'll need to find those yourself. But the coins and jewelry are definitely the sets you want to go after. They are always consistent on this map. You just need to give it about an hour now. So either 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, an hour after the items actually reset in-game, for the people on the website to properly update the website and show you the exact location for those items. The coins and jewelry, like I said, takes less than an hour and a half. You would net over 15,000 XP entirely, because you'd get basically 100 to 200 XP for collecting those items, and then you'd also get 50 to 100 XP for the random dig locations to get duplicate items, and you'd also get 1,500 XP for selling those collectible sets. So you'd get 7,500 XP for selling all the coins and jewelry sets, and you'd get around 8,100 plus XP for physically collecting each collectible as well. It's super essential to ranking up fast using the collector method. It's how I got to level 315 on PlayStation 4 by the time PC came out, and even on PC now, I'm over level 203 in Red Dead Online, so it's super beneficial. The Collector God map is definitely still useful. It's still viable. It's a little bit more of a nuisance now to collect items because Rockstar tried to make, you know, the spawns less consistent and different all the time, and so you want to make sure that the map is properly reflecting it. Sometimes it doesn't work when I was doing it on live stream because they just weren't updated right away, but that's why I'm saying don't expect the items to be updated on the map the second the items reset in-game. It will take the people on the website a little bit of time to figure out the set and the locations for those collectibles on that specific day. But all in all, that's the stuff I wanted to talk about and get off my chest to give you new players out there who may have just gotten the game for Christmas. Hopefully this video did give you some insight and some valuable information that could be useful to you, so you could start ranking up as fast as you possibly can today, this week, and going forward into the future of the game. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Would you like to see a guide on how to make money fast and easy in Red Dead Online as well? With all the new Moonshiner content out there is definitely some new methods on making money in a more efficient way. And even if you aren't necessarily a new player and you are in fact a seasoned or a veteran Red Dead Online player, perhaps a money making video could of course still be of some use to you. I know there was a lot of stuff to go over inside of this video and I kind of skimmed through a lot of it, but there was a lot to cover. I have other videos for you guys on how to rank up fast, how to make money fast, and how to make gold fast as well here in Red Dead Online if you want to check those out. I just wanted to make this video to hopefully help out those new players who may be a little bit overwhelmed and are struggling to find the best things to actually make money, make gold, or rank up super fast here. There's definitely something for everybody in this video, and like I said, whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about these tips. Feel free to leave your own. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Red Dead Online and RDR2 Moonshiners. Updates, news, information, tips, tricks, leaks, all of that good stuff. We've got you covered here on the channel. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single bit of it. Again, thank you so much for the continued support on all of my recent Red Dead Online videos I post here on my channel. I truly do appreciate you all, and I'm glad you all are enjoying and staying in the loop with what's going on in game. But to stay up to date a little further, follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. I practically live on all of those platforms, and I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/hazardoushdtv. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation or ask me a question, whatever it may be, my links can be found in the description down below. And with that said, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. And I will see you all in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.